Assalamualaikum. Hello, my name is Aldila Mastafira. I'm from Mining Engineering Study Program. Here I will explain the abstract from the journal I have chosen entitled Groundwater Impact of Open Cut Coal Mine and Assessment Methodology, a Case Study in NSW. The very significant change to the landscape and the disturbance of subsurface conditions are not without impacts to the environment. Groundwater can represent a problem during surface mining, and its removal can prove costly. Not only does groundwater make working conditions more difficult, but uplift pressure and flow of water in the pit can lead to erosion and failure of the sites. Excessive flow of groundwater can lead to pit flooding. The Water Act 1912 regulates activity which relate to or impact upon water source in NSW, including provisions for the licensing of taking of water from water source. From a planning perspective, the Director General's environmental assessment requirements for the water assessment for the project provided by NSW Department of Planning and Environment are under Section 78A of the Environmental Planning and Assessment Act 1979. The NSW Office of Water requires the EIS demonstrate the impacts on groundwater. The Federal Department of Environment also requires water study under APBC Act in recent years. An open cut pit is normally commenced through excavation of a box cut or initial sloot into an area where the pit basal seam subcrop and the stripping ratio is low. Waste rock, known as spoil material, is initially dumped out of pit until a sufficient pit area has been excavated to enable in-pit dumping. Overburden is displaced by blasting and the resultant muck pile is loaded and transported to the spoils dump area. The groundwater inflow to a mining excavation is mainly a consequence of the interaction of groundwater system, hydrogeological characteristic of the rock mass, and the mining geometry. The prediction of water inflows into a surface mine excavation have temperate impact on the groundwater. The mining exposure area of the active mining should be designed and optimized during mine planning phase to mitigate unnecessary environmental impacts. The groundwater inflow to a mining excavation is mainly a consequence of the interaction of groundwater system, hydrogeological characteristic of the rock mass, and the mining geometry. A groundwater impact assessment was undertaken by Watermacul project, which is located in NSW Gunadah Basin. To characterize the existing groundwater system, predict inflows into the mining area throughout the life of the project, predict groundwater recovery levels and condition post-mining, assess the impacts of the project on groundwater source, and recommend measures to mitigate and manage impact. Mudflow survey was used to simulate the project's impact on the groundwater regime, which is the most widely used code for groundwater modeling as is presently considered an industry standard. Mudflow survey flow groundwater simulation software features many robust methods and enhanced simulation capability for handling complex saturated or unsaturated subsurface flow and transport process. The model includes the current understanding of interaction between the aquifer within the project boundary and the regional groundwater system. The objective of the groundwater modeling is to produce an output that represents the current understanding of the interaction between the aquifers at the project boundary and the regional groundwater system. This domain was developed to minimize any modeling boundary effect within the area of interest of the immediate surrounds of the project. The calibration model had a large cell size, which reduced the total number of cells and therefore the time required to run the model. Once of satisfactory calibration was achieved, the grid size in the model was refined around the project boundary to allow a more detail in the geology and mining to be simulated. Referred to as the predictive model. I present cross-section through the model grid in relation to geological layers and the grid refinement for the predictive refine model, where data was unavailable, textbook and extra-regional data were incorporated into the model. The depressurization induced by operation in the eastern mining area extend to a maximum of 1.8 km in year 21. The model indicates groundwater level began to recover after the backfilling of the eastern mining area and southern mining area. This is due to seepage into the OEA from the mining area walls and from rainfall recharges. In the southern and eastern mining area, this results in groundwater level recovering to higher than pre-mining levels. The total additional flow from the Moki River to the underlying aquifer totals 0.32 million at the end of the project life. When the post-mining loss is considered, the total additional flow through the Moki River to the underlying aquifer due to the project is 0.49 million. The seepage water quality impact assessment confirmed the existing groundwater aquifer within and adjacent to the project boundary have salinity concentration equal to or significantly greater than the seepage predicted to be produced from overburden and interburden. During the groundwater assessment process, the main planning of the project also was optimized in pit sequencing and backfilling and final fault location. Yearly audits of the performance of the monitoring network will be included as part of the annual review, and optimization of the monitoring sets and frequency will be undertaken where required. The project currently collects groundwater samples from the groundwater monitoring network on a quarterly basis for laboratory analysis of pH, EC, TDS, major and minor ions, and trace elements. Samples of pumped groundwater seepage into the mining areas will be collected as part of the seepage monitoring program for the project with the objective for providing an early indication of any mixing of shallow alluvial groundwater with the permanent formation. The conclusion from my journal is large-scale open-cut coal mining operations with significant change to the landscape are not without impacts to groundwater in surrounding areas in both active and post-mining phase due to its footprint, pit depth, mining sequence, and dumping strategy. Groundwater performance also relates to many activities from the operational, economic, and safety implication perspective. A dynamic optimization and monitoring program is recommended to be in place. Groundwater model needs to be developed competently and fit for purpose for addressing the potential environmental impacts from open-cut mining areas and for estimating indicative dewatering rates. A methodology of groundwater assessment and modeling with mode flow survey was introduced a case study in this paper. Mitigation solutions were also recommended in the paper to reduce impacts on groundwater and fulfill regulation requirements in NSW. Okay, that is the explanation that I can convey to you. And thank you for watching.